It recently dawned on me that there's still a lot of new players in Grand RP that really don't know what they're doing. And we tend to make videos about lots of different stuff, but one thing I don't really focus too much on doing anymore is a lot of the beginner jobs. So today, we're going to become a pilot, and we're going to see how it is, see if it's profitable, and hopefully we don't get arrested. And if there's anybody out there watching that hasn't joined the server before and wants to, be sure to click the link down below in the description, click on Start Playing, select which server you want to play on, register an account, and download the launcher, and you're good to go. Let's hop in a whip and head on over to the airport. So I've tried becoming a pilot in the past. I believe I've only completed like a couple deliveries in my time. It's honestly not the worst job in the world, but I can't really remember how much money you can make being a level 1 pilot up to a level 3 pilot. And to the beginners out there, yes, there is a risk of you actually getting arrested if you try to do this job. And that will happen once you become a level 3 pilot. And if you decide to start smuggling cargo in from Puerto Rico, you could get in trouble. So we're going to be messing with both. We're going to do the regular one, and we're going to try to smuggle some cargo in, and hopefully we don't get arrested. But if we do, we'll see what happens. Alright, so we have arrived at the airport. I just realized, does it not show a marker? It doesn't. It doesn't show a marker for the pilot job anymore. That's weird. And this is the first time I've seen this 50-hour car. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's just a little tiny BMW go-kart type of thing. Anyways, yeah, you go walk up to this guy if you didn't already know. You want to start working as a pilot. So you can see I am a level 3 pilot. I have 150 flights. I don't actually. I just bought the skill. We're going to be doing the legal product. You can see by transporting legal goods, you do not risk anything. But if you do the illegal one, law enforcement officers could end up pulling up. We're going to do this one. Rent the plane, and there we go. Let's power up the plane. You can see there's some waypoints we're going to need to go through. Now, if you're not skilled at flying, I highly do not recommend doing this job. I'm a fairly good pilot. The only issue with the pilot job is the fact that you can't see the checkpoints from really far away. So you'll see what happens. Like, we'll go through this checkpoint, but then we don't see the next one. And we kind of got to map it out perfectly. That's pretty much the issue with this job. So you can see I don't know where the next checkpoint is. It says on the map it's straight ahead. There it is. So it spawns in fairly late. So you kind of just got to watch the map and figure out where you're going. Literally the only issue with this job. And I believe you're able to do this job on a controller. So if you do not know how to fly on keyboard and mouse, you should be pretty much fine. But I'm doing this on keyboard and mouse because, you know, I'm a PC gamer, so it's all good. But yeah, we're going 200 kilometers an hour. Everything looks good so far, and hopefully we make some good money from this. Now, right now, it's probably been about a minute. We're going to be comparing this to all of the other beginner jobs, seeing how much more or how much less money we make in a certain amount of time. But as of right now, it seems pretty easy. Obviously, this is the exact same thing you'd have to do as a level 1 pilot. I remember this being a whole lot more difficult last time I tried this, which was a very long time ago. But this is very simple. Just don't miss a single checkpoint and you are pretty much fine. While we're making our way over to the airport, why don't you guys take a look at this video's sponsor. If you need any assistance in any of your favorite games like GTA 5, Fortnite, Forza, Call of Duty, and many more, be sure to check out Damnmodz down below in the description, and at checkout use code Frolickz to get up to $100 off your order. Alright, we're getting close. Let's take the landing gear out. Let's go ahead and reduce the power. Which side are we landing on? Are we landing on... I really don't know which side we're landing on. This side. Alright, cutting back. Really not the longest form of runway right there, but we still managed to do it pretty well. Alright, cut back. Beautiful. Alright, now let's make our way inside the hangar here. So this is the same thing we would be doing with the illegal products. Alright, we have arrived. Beautiful. And it looks like there's no law enforcement here, which is a good thing. So maybe we'll try the illegal product and it'll go well. But we are currently loading the product, or unloading it. Another 10 seconds remaining. It took us about 2 minutes or so to fly here, which isn't too terrible. Now, how much money are we going to make? I'm thinking 5 grand, 6 grand, maybe? No? Okay, we haven't made anything yet. Okay, so I guess we came all the way here to load the product. Alright. Now we gotta fly all the way back to the city, I'm assuming, to drop the product off. Would have been nice if we could have just flown here without having to go through the checkpoints, but that's fine. So it's currently 8:01 city time right now. Let's see how long it takes us to get back. One thing I'm glad about is the fact that at least it's not a prop plane, because if it was a prop plane, that would be pretty terrible because those things are very slow. Oh, it's way down here. Okay. This one's definitely gonna be... Nope, it's still fairly low. Okay. Oh my, what is... That's really sharp for no reason. Okay, yeah, so the route back is definitely a tiny bit harder, but from here it looks like it should be pretty simple. We just gotta make our way back to the airport, and we are done. It would be nice if every checkpoint we went through we got X amount of money. I've seen that done before. I can't remember if it was in an RP server or if it was in GTA Online. Pretty sure it was GTA Online with a free mode event that you could do, but if going through every checkpoint you got a certain amount of money, that would honestly be pretty cool. But hopefully we actually get paid a pretty decent amount here. Alright, we will be landing soon. Start decelerating. Beautiful. Let's have a nice clean landing here. Gorgeous. Alright, and then let's pull into the hangar. So that took us about 3 minutes, maybe a bit less, to get back here. So now we're unloading the product, another 20 seconds. So in total it took us about 6 minutes or so. The salary will be issued in the next hour. Okay, so we have no idea how much we actually got from that, and it sucks because the hour literally just started because it's 8:04 now. So I say we just go and do a couple flights, and let's see how much money we actually end up getting in the next 55 minutes. Hopefully we make a pretty good amount of money. The one thing I do know with the illegal product flights is the flight time is a lot longer compared to this, because instead of flying here, you fly to Caprico, like I said. One thing I really like is we're about halfway through our third flight right now, and we still have more than half a tank of gas. So I'm pretty sure one plane will allow us to do about 6 trips in total, which is pretty good. But anyways, yeah, we're going to keep doing these, like I said, until the hour's almost up, then do the illegal product flight, and that is when I will talk to you next. Alright guys, so we have just completed our deliveries. I think we did about 7 or 8 in total, which isn't too terrible. We don't have enough time to do another one, sadly. If you guys were doing this full time, obviously you could just go right back into the sky and start doing some more deliveries, but we want to see exactly how much we can make in 1 hour or so. So it took us about 50 minutes in total, which isn't bad. And we're going to hope for a pretty decent amount of money here. One little tip I can give you guys is just make sure you pull up your landing gear when you're in the skies. It'll make your plane fly a bit faster. And obviously you do that by clicking G. Make sure you do not click F by accident, because then you will end up jumping out of your plane, which you definitely do not want to happen. Don't forget the planes are in non-contact mode, except to civilians for some reason. But if you fly into another plane, or you're landing and there's another plane in the hangar, don't worry, you can just go and drive straight through them, go to your destination or waypoint, and it'll do no damage to your plane or their plane, which is obviously a good thing. Yeah, it's honestly a pretty straightforward job. I just tossed some music on, flew around, and made some money. Another good tip is do not fill up gas at all. I did it just because I didn't want to wait the 3 minutes to rent a new plane, but the gas is crazy. It cost me $9,240 to fill up gas. So obviously, you definitely don't want to do that, considering you could wait 3 minutes and then just rent a brand new plane for $300. So yeah, I would highly recommend doing that instead of filling up gas. But either way, we get paid in 2 minutes. So let's see how much money we get. I'm thinking since we did about 7 or 8 deliveries, maybe we'll pull 40 grand. If we can make more than 40 grand, I'd say that's pretty successful, considering people in legal organizations rarely ever see that amount of money on their paycheck unless they are extremely high up in the org, like chief of police, deputy, director, all that kind of crap, or they're doing all kinds of events and doing a bunch of different shit. At least with this, you can just chill, vibe, and hopefully we make pretty good money. All right, moment of truth, $32,000. That is not the greatest amount of money, but to be completely honest, it's also not terrible for a beginner, considering what you get from some other jobs. But once you do get to level 3 and you start doing those illegal good deliveries, there is a much higher chance of you actually going to jail. So you definitely don't want that to happen. But you will make more money. It's probably going to be like 30% more or something like that. So you could be looking at making almost 50 grand per hour, maybe even more, which is once again pretty good. Obviously those planes are a little bit faster as well and handle differently, so you're going to have a little bit more skill. But when it comes down to it, compared to a lot of other jobs, this isn't terrible, especially since you're up in the sky and you don't need to worry about people crashing into you consistently, because a lot of people do that with jobs that require you to drive around on the roads of Los Santos. But yeah, when it comes down to it, being a pilot's not the worst thing in the world as a beginner. Obviously, if you're a veteran and you already have a pretty good amount of money, being a pilot's probably not the best job. Out of all of the jobs in the city, I wouldn't say it's the best either. I would probably be a level 3 firefighter. Go around and fight fires with your friends. You guys can put it out super quickly. Like right now, I believe each fire I put out, I get $300 or $600, and there's usually like 3 or 4 fires per location. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comment section. And if you guys have been a level 3 pilot for a while and been doing a lot of illegal deliveries, let me know. How many times have you been sent to jail? How much money do you make on average? And would you say it's worth it with all the jail time that you end up serving? But with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.